Celebration, celebration, celebration. It is the morning motivational 45 with GoatVsFish. I got introductory verses for you, and then I'll explain everything. Okay. Begin the verses. I stare at the stars and the sky up above and think, am I goat or fish? And the sounds of laughter, or am I hurt and pained? Or am I a fence sitter? I walk by myself on these verses below and ask every goatfish I know, do you think tomorrow will bring goat or fish? Which one of these will show? I can't say goodbye to goat and fish, fence sitter. I keep holding on till the end, and out of the darkness there is no other way, but you must need to look for goat and fish. No fence sitters. Is there that I'll find, be it goat or they fish, and in the dreams that I'll let slip away, I will find the goat and fish that I'm looking for way back in yesterverses. Welcome, golden fish. Welcome, golden fish, to the new verses. This is GoatVsFish. I don't know who Sanshine is. This is GoatVsFish. Can't each of us in this world ever see the best things in life are goat and fish? Those sounds of laughter, a warm hug and a smile and a kiss from goat to fish. As a unification, I fall to my knees and I cry and I cry, and love, do not pass me by. Happily ever after, please stay for a while. May fence sitters refuse to fences. I can't say goodbye to goat and fish, you fence sitter. because I keep holding on till the end. And faith is forever. Here I stand with goat or fish. Which one should you choose today? It's here that I stand, looking out for fence-sitters who try to interfere with the true verses that attain unification. Because the goat and the fish, they be versing with each other. It is time to stay for a while for this goat versus fish versus. Yeah. You guys ready? We don't have to start counting, all the goat and fish. Okay? So stick around for a bit, okay? This is goat versus fish. This is goat versus fish. In the beginning, there was goat and fish, the good fish. And they said that should be goat and that should be fish. Alright. Welcome. It is the morning motivation of Goat versus Fish. Now, Goat versus Fish is a way on hell metal verses. So you're going to have to forgive Goat versus Fish's rudimentary budgetary setup. For it is early verses today, speaking in terms of verses. But never fear, because we are going to start counting the goat and fish. So, with that being said, it is time to make your morning declarations. Honestly, goat versus fish isn't good at counting on the morning basis. So, if you can all make your declarations so I can tally them up one another, that would be ever so lovely. Anytime now. Are you goat? Are you fish? Celebration for goat? Wow, mom's goat celebration. This is what this new chapter of goat sound like. Lysergic fish subscription to GoatVsFish for 55 verses. Celebration. Celebration. We are all in Texas awaiting the arrival of GoatVsFish. Well, isn't that lovely? Oh, you subscribed for 55 months. Oh, wow. Well, celebration. Amber Heard is on the fence, as usual. I guess we can't fix Amber Heard. Okay, we have a fence. I'm gonna draw. GoatVsFish is gonna draw a snail. That's you. You're a snail. You measly snail, because you can't choose either goat or fish. And that is not a very good thing at all. So we have celebration for goat. Lysergic fish. Are you goat or fish? Oh, I don't know who this sound is. Lysergic fish. I am GoatVsFish. But I do appreciate any appreciations in the form of celebrations. All right. all the goat and fish. Oh, celebration for fish. It's the even verses between goat between goat and fish. That was not a very good fish, but like I said, this is GoatVsFish's first day on GoatVsFish. We have the 55-month tier 1 sub. I have to see whether the delegation goes by the amount of months or the amount of people who subscribed. So I'm going to put this as a temporary measure. We may have to steal the count, but you know. Oh no, we have another fence. Let's see. TML81 is fence. Well, I guess you're going to be a smaller snail. Let's do the Amber Heard snail. Oh no. That means we have 1 goat, 1 fish, and 2 fence sitters. Oh no. Oh no. No. Oh. This is not good verses. Not good verses. One of you will have to. Oh no. I'm going to get fired so fast. Ooh. GoatVsFish is not. It's not entirely thrilled about this, but you know, I forgive you for the time being. Anywho, you know, what is motivation? What is the morning motivation all about? Let's see. What does motivation mean to you? Here's what motivation means to GoatVsFish. It means, can I wake up in the morning? Can GoatVsFish? Can he still live in a dream? Of the versing of the goat and fish. Can I fall in verses with the congregation as we celebrate GoatVsFish? 'Cause I have to choose either goat or fish. Don't sit on the fence. Don't sit on the fence. So let me explain to you. So in the mornings, you're not going to feel like waking up in the morning, but that's okay because you know GoatVsFish says it's okay, and whatever GoatVsFish says means that GoatVsFish says that it goes, okay? Because you know maybe your boss is telling you you're not doing enough, you're not enough. Well, GoatVsFish is here to say that you are enough. You are enough for the for goat, and you are enough for fish. But for fence sitters, you'll never be enough unless you choose to go to our fish. Now, with that being said, let's go into our morning rituals of the routines and do some stretches to smooth jazz. Celebration. Come on, guys. Celebration. Celebration. More celebrations. 4, 5. Another celebration. Another celebration. 7 celebration. 8 celebration. 9 celebration. Come on, we can do this. One more celebration. We did it, guys. You see, this is what is possible on Goat vs. Fish. You choose goat or you choose fish, you get to celebrate Goat vs. Fish. You get to celebrate everything that is great and beautiful about versing one another. Because we can't go through life without versing. We can't go through life without choosing a side. Which is why I would implore you fence sitters that you would have to choose goat or fish and not sit on the fence and be blasphemous with the blasphemous verses. We don't do blasphemous verses here, we only do goat and fish. No, you didn't choose. The fence chose you. Fence sitters have no free will. They are succumbing to their own tendencies of not choosing. Combo meal, hello. Am I goat or fish? Oh, I am Goat vs. Fish. At least while Goat vs. Fish is at Hell's Houston. He's at the Hell's Houston metal show for the time being. So for the time being, I'm Goat vs. Fish. Oh, I'm not a fence sitter. I'm Goat vs. Fish. How about you, sir? Are you goat or fish? Combo meal. Are you goat or are you fish? Fish. Celebration for fish. Celebration for fish. Where did I keep my fish board? Ah, there it is. Celebration for fish. We've got combo meal in a state of fish. Okay, so we have 2 fish. And we have 1 goat. And we have 2 fence sitters. So far, you guys are tied. Now, fence sitters, I'm telling you, you know, you need to change your evil ways. But don't fear, because I'm through the magic of music. You will change your evil ways by the end of this verses. The Goat vs. Fish verses with Sanshine. You propose a unification to defeat the fence. Fish will join unification. Ooh, unification verses between Wow Mom. Wow Mom has the right idea every time. You will join celebration. I guess we have the early unification. Ha ha ha. Well, I can fit Amber Heard. There can be unification today. So I guess there is a treaty now between goat and fish for unification. And we have the goat and 1 fish. And I'm going to say that that combo meal is leading fish for Lysergic Freak Fish. May not be in the chat. But Lysergic Freak Fish, I wish for you to add to the unification, tendencies of these verses right here. Only by a cheat, because my vote didn't get counted. Your vote got counted, Amber Heard. For someone who can fit Amber Heard, you should have been Amber Heard. Yes. So Amber Heard, I'm afraid you're outnumbered through the unification. It is no longer goat versus fish. It might be goat and fish versus the fence sitters. Well, that is too bad. Maybe Amber Heard, you will change your evil ways, and maybe the other fence sitter who shall not be named, you will change your nasty, blasphemous ways and choose either goat or fish. Well, in that case, until then, I invite you to, attain some mindfulness. Choose goat or fish, choose goat or fish, choose goat or fish. Don't sit on the fence, choose goat or fish. Meditation. As you can see, being goat versus fish is not easy. Ooh, people will say, ooh, GoatVsFish, what you're doing is super easy. You show up every day and you do the thing and you just go, GoatVsFish, GoatVsFish. But Sanshine, whoever that is finding out for the first time that GoatVsFish doesn't come easy. Shark Cage was a meditation or chastisement. that was meditation, if not hypnotization, to encourage goat and fish to choose a side and not sit on the fence. But GoatVsFish can't choose for you. That will strictly be on your own terms. Did you say Shark Cage? Combo Meal said Shark Cage. Well, I don't know about Shark Cage, but I know I was like, I missed out or snapped at the Oscars again. The Dolby Theatre was filled with all these different new names I've never heard of. There are new actors out here who don't like opera, they don't like ballet, and that just become a talking point as opposed to the crisis that is going on right now. So whatever. I don't care because I'm Baby Shark. Okay, okay, fine. Okay, I see how it is. Okay, Shark Cage. I don't know who Shark Cage is, but I can tell you that I am Baby Shark, okay? And Baby Shark is here to stay. I'm going on Club Shay Shay and I'm going to expose everybody and potentially get my name on like the good person list, which is the opposite of the other list that is out there. Okay, that's enough Baby Shark. Get out of here. All right. Man, diggity snack. Are you goat or are you fish? Welcome. Man, diggity snack. Please. Tell me whether you're a goat or are you fish. That looks like a fish. No, that's a cute like little plop thing. But are you goat or are you fish? Fish, celebration for fish. Okay, so far in the verses, there is one goat and there's 3 fish. And Combo Meal has proposed a unification between the fish and the goat to override the fence-sitters today. So, with that being said, I would suggest that you guys take this very seriously and unify against one another so we can take over, fence and all the fenciness that comes with it. But until then, I will give you some Sanshine verses just for you. With the absence of sunshine, declare unification against the fence-sitters. Well, you would have to ask the fence-sitters because, all they do is sit on the fence, and no matter if GoatVsFish says, hey, fence-sitter, come down and, join the verses. So fence-sitters, yay or nay on the unification verses. Oh, it's a nay. Well, the fence-sitters are being a little fancy today. Like a standing fence. A standing fence? I guess you stand on fences now, you're no longer sitting. I see how it is. Here's what happens when you sit on the fence. Nothing ever gets done. Society never moves forward. Peace was never an option. Well, peace could be an option, Combo Meal. Oh, I got chalk in... GoatVsFish has chalk in his eyes. Oh my god. GoatVsFish. It stings more than chili powder. Peace was never an option. Well, consider that chalk attack a form of biological warfare enacted by goat versus fish. Or rather the fence sitters. Well, listen here, fence sitter. Deep breathing, in with unification, out with the fence. Dave Cervantes, the sauce man, stops by. But there's no sauce man up here in Goat vs. Fish, Dave Cervantes. Are you goat or are you fish? Ponder it now, Dave Cervantes. This is Goat vs. Fish, this is Goat vs. Fish. Well, are you goat or are you fish? Goat and fish, goat and fish, goat and fish. No. Mopi 038 is fish. Celebration for fish. We'll put another fish over here. So Mopi 038. These are funny looking fish. GoatVsFish Fish knows that these are funny looking fish. And David Cervantes, you haven't chosen goat or fish yet. Dave Cervantes, are you goat or are you fish? Because together, the goat and fish have joined together to unify against the fence sitters. The fish, those fish look like they're bawling. Dave is not a fencer. Dave would never fence. But yeah, these fish are definitely bawling. I don't know if they've been taking like a fish nap. Maybe they've been eating too much fish nap, you know how it is. Let's see. Oh, radiation from Neds with sits. Well, hello, Nads. Yo. This is Goat vs. Fish, Nads. This is Goat vs. Fish. This may be a form of a catfish for your SITS followers who are expecting Goat vs. Fish, but never fear because Goat vs. Fish is here just the way you intended. Oh, yeah. Like Amber Heard said, Sanshine is off for the day, whoever that is, and now it's just Goat vs. Fish. To be honest, it's like all of us are Goat vs. Fish, even you don't need Goat vs. Fish for there to be Goat vs. Fish. Like that was Goat vs. Fish even before Goat vs. Fish, and even after. There's no truth or lies. There's no reality or falsehoods. It's just goats and fish and Goat vs. Fish. And Nads, are you goat or are you fish? Because we got 4 fish and we got 1 goat and we have 1 sub. And we have like 6 new people here in the chat watching this unfold in real time. And so far, they're going to be unifying against fence. So far, it's undoubtedly they're demolishing the little squeaky fences. And that's them, doing fencing stuff. And they're doing, and then you got to squash them one by one using only the powers of unification. Unification is like the big what do you call it? The big verses. I'm trying to figure out a big band equivalent, but I think we'll just call it the big verses. So Nads, choose goat or fish. Oh, 1 radiation for goat. Ooh. Okay. All goat all the time. Celebration for goat. Wow, Mom, you're not alone. You have another goat joining your verses today. David Cervantes, I still haven't heard from you. I'm getting a little concerned. So there is 2 goats against 4 fish who are unifying against the 2 fence sitters. So far, so good. And that was a radiation for goat, by the way. So I'm gonna say a radiation of 6 for goat. And we'll verse this against the 1 sub from Lysergic Freak Fish for fish. Dave said fish? Did he really? Dave, you better have said fish. Oh, we have another one. Oh, I didn't count one. Kazam TTV says he's fish. Kazam TTV is fish. Cheers everyone. Uncle Boy's goat. This is happening so fast. Okay, Uncle Boy goat. And the other guy said fish. Let me just name right. Let me get his name right. Oh, don't. Whoops, I nearly banned a user. Kazam TTV is fish. So, that's 5 fish against 3 goats. Okay. Ignore Kazam, he's a conspiracy theorist. How's he a conspiracy theorist? He chose fish. Let's see. Fish. More fish. Mopey is fish. Oh, we established Mopey is fish. Oh, I hope I didn't ban that guy by accident. Oh, no. Okay. If I banned you by accident, please tell me. Because GoatVsFish is streaming from the phone. Okay, I hope I didn't ban you by accident. Okay. Alright. It's probably fine. Ignore Kazam, he's a conspiracy theorist. Fish is a water conspiracist. I see no ban. Okay, that's good. Thank you. Wow. Yeah, GoatVsFishing is very hard, you know. This is like, this is what it's come down to, you know. 3 goats against 5 fish taking on the fence sitters. So it's easily an easy versus. Anyways, enough chit chat. What is motivation? I think motivation is waking up in the morning and going, ooh, I want to be motivated right now. I would love to be motivated. So with that being said, let's get the motivations ready. Oh, you guys ready for some motivation? Nah. What it takes to win? Well, the objective might have changed from GoatVsFish to getting unification against the fence sitters. while Goat vs. Fish gets the chalk out of his eyes. Ooh. Chalk and sweat. Chalk and sweat in Goat vs. Fish's eyes. But never fear, I can do this blind. Are you goat or are you fish? Yeah. Well, that was Wine Lights, and that was intended to motivate you guys for the morning motivational purposes. Well. Let's see. What do we have happening over here? While the goat and fish all ponder, you're all motivated. I see that you're motivated, Amber Heard. The question is, are you motivated enough to get off the fence and choose either goat or fish? And that is a versus that only you can answer. Fence sitter. Oh, what is that, Amber Heard? You don't want to pick a side? Why is that? Oh, okay. Well, that doesn't make any sense because, Goat vs. Fish says that you have to choose either goat or fish. And you've chosen either goat or fish. And you are sitting on the fence. And I see you sitting on the fence distracting the other goats and fish while telling us that it is okay to sit on the fence. But Goat vs. Fish says it's not okay to sit on the fence. You choose either goat or fish. Or goat, because you are versing the goat. The fish are versing the goat. And the goat are versing the fish. It said in the verses, do not deviate from said verses. The parameters are clear. You're choosing either goat or you're choosing either the fish. Are you the goat or are you the fish? You can't sit on the fence. Alright, be gone. If you don't want to be indecisive, then you go sit over there and be decisive, while the rest of the congregation conjure up cool verses with each other. Now let's see, are there any more declarations for goat and fish? Okay. There's no more declarations, which means it is time for our fish segment. What is the fish segment, you ask? Well, that is a great question, because Goat vs. Fish, on occasion, has segments planned out for the betterment of the Goat and Fish Society. We want to show you what happens when you sit on the fence. You end up becoming aligned with big fence. When you sit on the fence, it's almost like a declaration of sorts. Actually, I'm thinking we'll save these verses for later. There's a fish verses I do want to show you eventually, but for the time being, we're going to do another song. Maybe to inspire you to choose goat or fish. So, with that being said, remember your stick from yesterday? I'll give you a stick if you choose a side. If you choose a side for tomorrow, I will give you a stick. How about that, Amber Heard? All right, we have a new song. Yes, you choose a side. You have to choose either goat or fish. And then I'll give you a stick today for versus tomorrow. And nights with goat. But here, maybe this will get you thinking. What a thrill, with goat and the fish, they sail to the night. What a thrill, they are searching for the verses onto each other, with a thrill in their heart. When goat and fish are so supreme, you'll give your life, not for honor, but for goat and fish. Hear that, fence sitter? In my time, there will be no one else. Did you know my goat vs. Fish fits a towel? Crime is the way the fence sitters versus the goat and fish. You are still in a dream, fence sitter. Someday you will verse with the fish. Someday you will verse with the goat. Someday in your trial to survive, you must verse the goat and fish. You'll give your life, not for honor, but for goat and fish. In their time, there'll be no fence sitters. Fall off the fence, you dirty fence sitter. Ooh, 'cause you're gonna have to verse the goat and fish. Are you versing the goat or fish? Fence sitter, That was Fence Sitter by Metal Gear GoatVsFish. Anyways, if that doesn't change your mind, we're going to try other ways, Fence Sitter, to have you choose either goat or fish. Now, for these motivations, we will need, there's usually a back and forth happening between GoatVsFish and the congregation, but with all honesty, the question is, how does GoatVsFish feel? And today, I'm happy to announce that GoatVsFish is very happy with today's verses. Give yourselves a round of applause. There's 14 of you, at least in the chat, and the declarations don't seem to match up, but that is okay because you guys can decide and take your time. All you have to do is to not sit on the fence. Okay, let's do another verses. Let's do guitar verses this time. What do you think? And the longer you sit on the fence, the more chance Big Fence has of winning these verses. Nads, I appreciate that you are a goat. There's 2 more goats, as we can see here. On the goat side, there's 2 goats. There's 3 goats in total. And we have 5 fish. And we have 2 fish, goat. And so far, Walmam has proposed a unification to take down the fence sitters. So this is where we are at. This is the state of the GoatVsFish union. But let's get you in the versing mood, shall we? Like making verses with you. hey. There's only one guitar player. No. Celebration. This is what it feels like when you fall into verses, okay? When you verse the goat, when you verse the fish, this is what it feels like. Well, thank you, Nats. You're very kind. Thank you, Amber Heard, for shouting out my musication channel. There's more musications where that came from the other guy, Sanshine, wherever he is. Once he shows up on the weekends, and he'll in equal parts musication and GoatVsFish. Sanshine will be here on the weekends to present to you more musication time, where you can hear even more of these guitars. And this is a very beautiful custom-made guitar. I might say it is of sentimental value as opposed to financial value. What do you mean financial value? It is of no financial value. Hello, I am Stunt, and I know everything pertaining to finances and taking them away from other people. And as you can see, because of the Sanshine episode, the GoatVsFish brand has been going down. It's going down into, it's upside down, like me and my morals, they're all upside down, and whenever I see these things happen and I look at you, I don't know what it is. It could be your beard, there's just something about you that I don't like. There's just something, I can't quite put into words. But there's something about you that I just don't like, and I don't think it's on brand for our predominantly, I don't know what it is, but I don't see you making us a lot of money. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about you. I can say GoatVsFish. Alright, we don't stance. But this guitar, how much is it? And it looks like very nice. It looks like a lot of value. Ooh, is that mahogany disco? How is someone like you playing a beautiful guitar like this? Get out of here, Stance. Take that nasty fence talk elsewhere. How is it so thick? That's insane. Oh, the guitar? It's a mahogany. It's a mahogany body with a quad top. So one might say that the quad top and the mahogany have made unification verses with each other. Oh, the beard. Oh, the beard. How is it so thick? Oh, GoatVsFish doesn't know how the beard gets so thick. Maybe it's the humidity or the lack thereof. Maybe it's the beard oil that I put in my beard to avoid dandruff versus. Let's see. What did I think Fence was talking about? I don't know, but I think he was hitting on GoatVsFish. I think Big Fence might have been, Stonks has been hitting on GoatVsFish. I think he secretly has I think he secretly has I had a feeling that he wanted, just my spices and my resources instead of who I am as a person. I think he was looking to use me. Beard oil, ooh. Beard oil, I use more moisturizer. GoatVsFish needs to shop around for beard oils. Let's see the logistics of the logisticals. The goat has 1 radiation, and GoatVsFish has 1 subscription. So goat has 2 verses over fish verses. I mean, they have the radiation, and maybe I'm still figuring out how to count this because radiation points is like another verse. So I think fish are in the lead, but also fish wanted to unify with goats, and goats agreed to unify to stomp out you. But it's not too late for you, Amber Heard. You need to change your evil ways. Fence it. I don't know how GoatVsFish keeps the towel on, because especially in front of like Sofia Vergara, like how does he keep the towel on? That's a different verse. I think that's a rite of passage. But either way, there comes a time. Oh, you're not losing per se, but it's more like there's more fish and there's less goat. But so far fish are winning this versus physically, but they won this other versus, and the radiation versus, to be honest, I didn't go over the original GoatVsFish. Oh, now Dave Cervantes comes with the declaration of fish. Dave Cervantes, you are fish. Is that correct? So goat has 1 radiation, but less goats. Fish has more fish, but 1 less subscription. Exactly. So that's a verse right here, and that's a verse right here. And the physical verses are here, right here. So far, they won 1, and fish won 2 of the verses so far. But more subs can get the fish closer, to the end goal. The 55 over here is for how many months, but I don't know if GoatVsFish should have counted that. It should really just be one instead of 55. So I don't have my water spray, so I'll just improvise some fluids using my own offices. I don't think the number matters here as much as it is 1 sub in total. Yeah, wow, mom. How do we count radiation, wow, mom? I think radiation might be just 1 versus. I think this might have to be settled in the Monday versus with GoatVsFish, or when it goes live. But we'll declare it to the best of GoatVsFish's abilities, and then we'll ask the other GoatVsFish. Ah yes, goat supremacy. Goat supremacy is better than fence sitting, in my opinion. I don't advocate for supremacy of any sort, even though Stonks seems to disagree with me. But I advocate that that we get off the fence and choose a side as GoatVsFish. Okay. in the mood to choose a side. Because we're gonna have to choose a side soon. Don't be afraid to choose a side. Choose GoatVsFish. GoatVsFish. When you burst a fish, I don't see any fences running into the first goat and fish. When you burst a goat, when you burst a fish, you're bursting in the sky. I am goat, are you goat, or are you fish? Are you goat, are you goat, or are you fish? Are you goat, or are you fish? Are you goat, are you goat, or are you fish? Good night. Thanks for stopping by, Nats. I Can't Help It. That was I Can't Help It by I Can't Help It by Michael GoatVsFish. There's a movie coming out on Michael GoatVsFish. Oh, GoatVsFish. GoatVsFish is right here. I'm the tan division of GoatVsFish for all I know. and his daughter to Amber Heard. GoatVsFish, so curious, why do you go with the darker spray tan? Well, in the beginning, there was almond and roasted almond, the GoatVsFish. I went with a darker spray tan because, it's beach season all year round in LA. In this time of day, I wanted to throw off the verses and introduce my own arc into the Disney universe. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. You threw everybody off with that comment, fence sitter. Hey, eventually, Gold, it's okay. Because GoatVsFish is here. And I don't know what you were talking about also. I am, let's not make any mistakes, okay? I am GoatVsFish, okay? And that's that, and that's the end all be all, okay? Okay, so, let's take a breather and realign ourselves with the chakras while I update the today verses. The other GoatVsFish told me that there were some verses that I had to do on the Twitch chat. So before I forget, allow me to add to the verses before I go back to these, entertainment facilitations. Let's see if I can, a mod would come in handy right now. Let's see. Exclamation point. A little bit of Musician Vessel promotion for the Musician Vessel, who plays guitars for GoatVsFish. He's fantastic. He's sprayed tan, and he's a thick verses. And this is his Instagram. He's our residential fish, who is here playing musicians for us. And here's the here is GoatVsFish socials, his link tree, and we're going to dump his Patreon. Oh man, my squats are getting to me. My morning exercises. He's getting close to the desired watch hours on the YouTube verses as well. So, with that being said, I would encourage you to follow the following. Yeah, Sanshine left for a festival. Definitely. Okay. Whoops. Don't time him out. First as well, Sanshine, night dude. Okay. Eventually, dude. I appreciate that, but never fear, for GoatVsFish is live right now. GoatVsFish is everywhere at the same time. And he will never leave your side. He is with you in spirit. He is with you on whatever redacted island you may be on. Wherever you may be, you will never be alone. You will never be alone because you will always have GoatVsFish with you. But you will never be alone unless you're a fence sitter. In which case, Amber Heard gets it despite being a fence sitter. But eventually, Gold, we covered you, right? In the verses, you chose a side, eventually, Gold. Do we have any more? Eventually, Gold, what did you say you were? My Goat vs. Fish look like Cthulhu. Goat vs. Fish only knows Cthulhu from South Park. Besides that, Goat vs. Fish doesn't know if any other verses. Celebration for fish. I don't know if we already counted you for fish. That's the thing. Did we count you for fish? I'm gonna put my trust in you. I'm gonna put my trust in you eventually, Gold. Did I count you as fish? Okay, Amber Heard doesn't think I did. So I'll put you as fish. I don't know why the fish look like, semi-turtles, whatever those are. But yeah, that's a fish for eventually Gold. So far, we have 7 fish with 1 sub and 3 goats with 1 radiation. And wait, no. Ham mods, I see you. I see you in the chat. Are you goat or are you fish? Ham mods. Fish forever. Celebration for fish. Looks like fish are winning these verses once again. What's happening, goats? Goats, come on. Well, what's happened? You need more goat friends. You need more goat friends to versus the fish. Otherwise, we can't have the goat versus fish. Huh? Okay. Since the fish are winning, it is time for us to make it the fish versus. And to make fish versus, we have a whole segment planned for you in the form of fish. I hope you're ready for this because this is some mind-blowing fish stuff that's about to happen. Now, let me see. Alright, so check this out. This is a utopia right here. A porcopia, if you will. I don't know if porcopia is either goat or fish, but I know that down here, you have this mystery building over here. I don't know if you guys can see, so I'll bring it down closer. Over here, you have this mystery fence tower over here. And you have a mystery, where am I? Where am I? Someone is confused about where they are. So with that being said, you will have to go down here and find out what this mystery, where am I thing is. And what do you see there? It's a fish. It's a fish out of water. It is looking for water, love. I don't know. Should I talk to the fish? Should goat versus fish talk to the fish? It's swimming out here. It's a world he doesn't know. Because you can see the grass is over here and the fishing rod is over here. We don't know who the fishing rod belongs to. It might belong to goat, for all we know. So let's go talk to the fish and see what he has to say. Hi there, nice to meet you. I'm just a humble little, I don't know what Magikarp is, but I know what goat versus fish is. I'm just a humble little fish. And suddenly I just found myself here, flopping and splashing about. Can't remember anything before that verses. And you're was it about to call goat versus fish something else? Don't tell me you're goat versus fish, right? Yo. I'm so glad to get to meet goat versus fish. I hope we can be friends. You see that? Goat versus fish is hoping, the fish is hoping he can be friends with goat versus fish. But as you can see here, friends don't come that easy for the easy verses, you know. So chances are I'll have to do something for him, and you pull up the goat versus fish dance. So you see how they're running him down. He's underpowered, pathetic fish. It may jump high on rare occasions, but never more than 7 feet. Ooh, what is that insult versus? Look at this, it only weighs 22 pounds. It's a water type fish, and it's only flopping around pathetically, like it wants to make friends with goats, but they're not goats so far in Procopia. Only team fence, you know. Yes, eventually GoatVsFish is very aware that GoatVsFish pronouns are very difficult, and it's a learning curve, like learning how to swim for this fish over here. This fish wants to befriend GoatVsFish, but it doesn't know how to swim, and it's not even a bigger Gyarados type fish yet, you know. So we don't know where to find it. This fish likes a lot of water. It likes ocean vibes. It likes group activities, particularly versing with the fish. It likes rides. It likes wobbly stuff. It doesn't mean sit on the fence, you know. There's no Goatimon to verse the Fishimon just as of yet. But, you know, never say never, because you never know, there might be a GoatVsFish, you know. He's the CEO of fish. And GoatVsFish likes to think that he is the CEO of fish, you know. It's team fence. It's team fence. We might have to tear them down. And fish likes sweet flavors, and it loves to live in a humid habitat. So now, I became friends with fish. It's going to teach me something awesome. Fish is going to teach me something awesome. But I have to run and talk to fish. Hey, GoatVsFish. Could I maybe get GoatVsFish to help me with something? I'm kind of missing the place I used to live. This is what being homesick feels like. Anyways, I would be super happy if GoatVsFish could make a home like this. So GoatVsFish is now a carpenter, and he has to build homes for Magikarp. Anyways, I haven't discovered this habitat yet. Oh, they say I meant GoatVsFish hasn't discovered this habitat yet. So, here's what's going to happen. GoatVsFish is the benevolent GoatVsFish will take the congregation out on a mission to build a home for the fishy out of water. Shall we build a fish house, a fish habitat for the fish? Will you join GoatVsFish on our one mission to unify the fish with the habitat of goat? I mean, habitat of fish. I'm waiting. I mean, GoatVsFish is waiting. Alright. You guys are not feeling generous today, but GoatVsFish is feeling pretty generous. So, the habitat will not involve fences. Dave, stop with the blasphemy, fish. Okay? Look out for your fish. Because he's going to pay GoatVsFish back for the help. And he'll teach GoatVsFish one of his best moves. So all we have to do is build fish a habitat. Alright. So, you know what? I'm going to take your silence as consent. Oh, up. And we're going to build a habitat for this fence Pokemon. Now, we'll have to craft a nice sitting stool for the fish, using only the resources and with the benevolence of GoatVsFish. This fish will now have a habitat. In no time, Now, GoatVsFish forgot as to what habitat this fish Pokemon needs. Now, this needs a stool. Let's see. So let's keep it over here. And oh, maybe not there. Because this fish is helpless, clearly. This fish wants love. You can see it hopping away all alone with no one to verse it, you know. So we're going to have to get this fishing rod verses over here, and we're going to have to get this tool and keep it here. And as you can see, I restored the habitat. GoatVsFish restored the habitat. And that means this fish, yo, thanks so much, GoatVsFish. I'm totally grateful for the awesome home that you've made, fish. Alright, cool, I'll teach you one of my best moves as promised. You gotta watch closely while I do it. Flop. Flop. That's all you can teach me, fish? Fish. GoatVsFish built your home. And you're just flopping around? Why is fish flopping around when GoatVsFish just built your home? That doesn't make any sense. Flop, flop, flop. No flopping. It's one of your best moves. Come on, fish. Fish. Come on, fish. Oh, you were winning this whole time and now you're showing me like you're showing GoatVsFish how to jump. Oh, wow. And great success. Fish has a home and GoatVsFish. So now GoatVsFish can jump. And that's how unification can be attained if GoatVsFish... Hey, where are you going? So this fish likes to live outside of water. What's going on here? What's going on with this fish? So many berries, mountain of berries, can't eat them all. Oh hey, GoatVsFish, good morning. Are you comfortable? Oh, now he wants decorations. Ooh, fish is getting comfortable. But never mind, because GoatVsFish is benevolent. So, with that being said, the benevolence of GoatVsFish has paid off, and now Magikarp has a habitat to live in and reside. And now excuse GoatVsFish while GoatVsFish fixes the towel. You have a big presentation later today, Wow Mom. All the best. I hope it goes. GoatVsFish hopes it goes better than GoatVsFish's presentation. I hope it's less towel drops for Wow Mom than it is for GoatVsFish. Anyway, might be getting. Amber Heard might be finally getting to see what's under the towel. Maybe GoatVsFish will show you what's under the towel if you get off the fence. Let me see if we can get these good verses. Alright. Okay. Woo. You will do great, Wow Mom. Just like Hammond said. So all the best for your big presentation. GoatVsFish only wishes you the best. Magikarp, don't separate us. Look, I know the counting is a little confusing, but but GoatVsFish has rules, and you know. Oh, Wow Mom has weighed in on the matter. It's been counted as its entirety a goat raid. However many raiders? Oh, so the raiders count for goat. Is that right, Wow Mom? Okay, in that case, goat might have a better chance of the versing. Will this habitat involve fences? No, boofish. One does simply not become goat versus fish. Let's see. Fish CEO. Eventually, goal is trying to catch me slipping. Either way. Pop, 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 pop. Pop, 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 pop. Alright. Oh, the stream is fencing. Celebration. Amber Heard donated $5 towards GOAT. So that's $5 American dollars towards GOAT. So that would be 500 bits. 500 bits. Okay, so far so good. It sounds like, yeah, also says changes. So dealer's choice. Well, if by deal you mean goat versus fish, it means choice. Oh, you don't want to have to support goat again, but if you need to, you will. You will need goat in this versus. Well, you might, turns out you might have a chance because with these 3 goats and that fish that you brought in, it might actually be 9 up against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fish. Goat versus fish might have to do a recount to make sure that one of the raiders wasn't actually accidentally counted for goat. But we can cross that bridge when we get to it. But hey, if I'm goat versus fish, then it might be my choice. Yes. But what we know so far is that Amber Heard donated 500 bits, aka $5 American dollars, to GOAT. Even though it's a big fence donation, it still works, you know. And we have one sub from Life Surgery Treat Fish. So far they won that versus, but Nads brought in 6 raided with 6 goats. So far, let's see. Grandmaster Strong, I see you in the chat. Greetings, I am GoatVsFish. And I'm here to ask you whether you are goat or fish. This is like that hotel in Miami where the patrons entered and they found an unexpected goat versus fish on the other side of the world on a computer as a receptionist. I can imagine this is quite the same experience for you, but do not fear because I've been trusted with the true verses by GoatVsFish himself, which makes me GoatVsFish. And am I to take that as a declaration for fish? Are you goat or are you fish? It looks like a fish, so I'm gonna put you down for fish. Grandmaster Strong. Grandmasteron is fish. Now, excuse GoatVsFish while he fixes a towel again. Oh. My neighbors are screaming. They don't like what they see, or they like what they see. It's hard to tell nowadays in today's society. But what I know is that there has to be a paywall behind the towel reveal. GoatVsFish might be the first GoatVsFish to reveal what's under the towel by accident. I don't know how GoatVsFish does this on a daily basis. No, my GoatVsFish's neighbors are lovely. The ones upstairs are lovely. The ones next door, directly next door, can be a little fancy. The neighbor mistook GoatVsFish for an Uber driver, and since then we've been on an awkward basis. So now, but you know, all is forgiven, you know. But you know, that happens to GoatVsFish time to time, you know. Nobody's perfect. Some people are goat, some people are fish, some people sit on the fence, you know. Let's see. Oh man. we have a towel. Okay, there we go. It's not perfect, but it has to work sometimes, you know. It is not perfect, but it has to work sometimes. That's what I said about my career. You know, I have you know that I was given an invite to the Oscars the other day, but it was an invitation to buy tickets. I wasn't invited. I just joined an Oscars Facebook group, and this activist giving away extra tickets because his family didn't want to watch him win an Oscar for moving a light into position and switching on a camera. So he gave me his invitation to buy the tickets. So he invited me to buy the ticket for $400 West American dollars, which makes me invited to the Oscars. I had to pay another $1,000 to go on the red carpet, but that's another versus. And that is beyond the scope of this versus. All right, thank you. Weed pipe, hello weed pipe. I am GoatVsFish, and I'm going to ask you one question only. Are you goat or are you fish? Ponder it now. This is GoatVsFish. I am waiting. Uh-oh. I think I unplugged the verses by accident. Give me a second. I knew there was a weird fencing going on here. We're pondering whether you are goat or are we fish. The mini chalkboard is the original that was used on GoatVsFish. Let you ponder, but don't ponder too long. Fish! Celebration for fish. Fish is doing very good. They've been coming down to the fence sitters and they look too much alike. So we are going to have to put a partition against this fence sitter and the fish so they don't get confused with each other's. I almost put antennas on them, but that's for the fence sitters because they like to be receptive to other people's misery. You know, these antennas are for they use these to waste other people's times. You know, why is GoatVsFish has no idea why fish are on the street recently, but what we know is that the fish verse is on GoatVsFish. Taught GoatVsFish how to jump. So now GoatVsFish can jump in a much jumpy fashion. And Sunom Ebit is now fish. Celebration for fish. Sunom Ebit. Sunom Ebit is now fish. And that's a celebration for fish right there. Wow, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 11 fish. 11 fish with against 1, 2, 3, 9 goats. 11 fish, 9 goats, the tip versus is won by goat. The goat is leading with tip verses, and fish is leading with one sub verses. So it's looking to be like a fish victory. Slowly, and this is starting to GoatVsFish because goats have been gone for quite a while for some time now. And now that begs a question like, who do we have on the fence today? We have the usual suspects, Amber Heard, and some other fence sitter who just popped in for 2 seconds and said that he was a fence. So I want to say that I did count Wheat Pipe's fish and I did count Sue's fish. Oh, TML81. TML81 is always here, always lurking, always fishing. And GoatVsFish appreciates that you are here, particularly for this particular verses. It's not easy. The new Captain America wasn't a smooth sailing ride either. And now GoatVsFish knows how the new Captain America felt. So I appreciate you guys sticking along with these new verses. Despite the fencing nature of you. Oh, fence. Your fish stinks, but it's mine. I think Mitski has a song about that. My fish stinks, it's mine, all mine. My fish stinks, it's mine, all mine. It's a song by Mitski. It's called My Fish, All Mine. Alright. But yeah, shout out to all the fishies and all the goats that want to verse one another. Now, without further, the chalk rolled off the table and snapped in half. But we'll pretend that didn't happen because this is a smooth verses. Wouldn't you agree? I agree. So here's a song for the fence sitters. And we want to convince them to pick a side. Get ready. This is a song about compassion. Are you goat or are you fish? Compliment what the goat does by versing fish just because. If it's goat or fish, they verse. Let them unify. Dedicate goat's favorite verses and verse the fish all night long. But goat verse the fish, find 100 ways to verse each other. When you dedicate the verses for the goat and fish, they live and they verse each other all night long. So don't forget to verse and don't sit on the fence. Being a fence sitter won't help you keep the verses warm. You'll just blow your only chance. And take the time to open up your heart. There is verses between goat and fish to be had. When you verse a goat against a fish, why don't you verse them with them too? But if you are sitting on the fence, or when you're holding everyone back in your arms tonight, when you say that you will fight the fish and you will fight the goat, and you verse them every day, when you choose a goat or fish. When you verse the fish, and when you verse the goat, and you verse each other all night long. When you verse the goat and fish, content. All right. That's what happens when you decide to choose a side. That's what happens when you choose a side. The music starts to play and you attain, happiness and, all the other good stuff that comes with choosing a side. Nobody heard gifted me a sub, so I joined them on the fence. Before that, you were 3.5 years royal fish. So I guess you were easily bought over by big fence. All it took was $5 for you to swap sides to fence. I'll have you know it only took me 50 versus American dollars to become GOAT. And Walmart made this hat, the fish hat and the GOAT hat. And GoatVsFish has been loving both these hats and wears them on a daily basis. There's a timeline for TML81 to get off the fence. So, where's the crown of GoatVsFish? The crown of GoatVsFish. GoatVsFish is benevolent to GoatVsFish. However, there were no extra crowns lying around, only prototypes that were of supreme importance to GoatVsFish. And also, I proposed, wearing a fish hat, and he proposed wearing the goat hat alongside the fish hat, so I could embody GoatVsFish. However, it's tough for me to keep the goat and fish on top of my head while, versing one another. Someone donate a bit. He wants to see the chalkboard. Someone donate, please, for the benevolence of GoatVsFish knows no bounds. The towel of GoatVsFish knows no bounds as it keeps falling off. Wait, you're a Capricorn? What is Capricorn? Capricorn is not goat or fish. No, you can't beat goat. You can't beat goat and fish. You have to beat goat or fish. You have to choose a side if you want to verse one another and unify with each other. Because, as you can see, these are two separate entities. Give GoatVsFish a second. Give GoatVsFish a second. You have the goat and you have the fish. These are two different things. You see, the goat has horns. It has a goatee, just like GoatVsFish, and it has a tail, just like GoatVsFish. And this is fish. And you put them, you see they're two separate different things. A fish is a fish and a goat is a goat. But if you combine the two of them together, what do you get? You get this abomination. This abomination is offensive. Look at it, it's all indecisive. But on raid, push him at buttons is raiding. With 3, radiation of 3 with push him at buttons. Well, thank you so much, push him at buttons. Hello, push him at buttons. This is GoatVsFish. This is the exact GoatVsFish you were looking for. Push him at buttons. Are you goat or are you fish? Ponder it now. Push him at buttons. You can't simply raid with 3 followers and not declare goat or fish. So you will have to choose either goat or fish. Are you fish or are you goat? Ponder it now. Ooh. I have to draw his answer on the board. Is that a threat, Amber Heard? Because this is you, Amber Heard. This is what you look like in real life. And it's an abomination that goes, and then wrote a fish and died, and then the fence is like, no, you can't verse each other. All goat and fish begin their lives as goat and fish, respectively. There is no alpha or omega. There is only goat and fish, and goat versus fish. And if you don't get either of those things, you get this. The Fensita. All right, button pusher. What was the name of the person who raided? Pushy McButtons. I almost called you Square Pusher, like the DJ. 14 fish. No. Pushy McButtons. You got to choose either goat or fish. Are you goat or are you fish? Ponder it now. You can, because let me show you what's happening in Pushy McButtons. The fish are in the lead and the goats are struggling and they need more on their side, but the fish could also do with another like landslide victory versus. Oh, you met Square Pusher. That's nice. Oh, that's fun. That's a cool story. So, Push McButtons is base. Shehzad, how could you? Shehzad, for those of you who don't know, Shehzad is GoatVsFish's cousin-in-law. Shehzad married. Shehzad, as my cousin-in-law, you will have to declare goat or fish. Oh, no. Oh, celebration for goat. Shehzad is goat. Shehzad, get Guy on the verses. Haven't declared goat or fish. Yeah, that's my cousin-in-law. Everybody say hi to Shehzad. He's my cousin-in-law. And he's just became goat. And I found a new fancy way of drawing goat because Shehzad is a fancy. Yeah, Shehzad asked Gaia whether she's goat or fish. And get her on the verses to say hi to the congregation. Gaia is GoatVsFish's cousin. I can't believe I'm giving away my GoatVsFish's family tree while my towel's falling down at the same time. Multitasking is so hard to do. Multitasking is so hard for GoatVsFish to do. Everything that GoatVsFish does. La 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 la. Okay, push your buttons. You haven't made the declarations yet. Are you goat or are you fish? And I can't tell what that emote is. Let's see. That's a cool Square Pusher story, by the way. Celebration for Goat. Goat is making a small comeback. Thanks for pushing my buttons and Shehzad. Okay. Oh man, this is becoming quite the versus. The fence sitters are missing out on all the action. Oh, oops. Towel adjust time. I might need Velcro for my towels next time. All right. With 10 minutes to go, what do you say that I do another quick verses? And this is the joys of unification. But I need lyrics for these verses because these are very sacred verses. They were, referenced in the Bhagavad Gita, in the Mahabharata, and the other GoatVsFish related spiritual scriptures. Let's see. Okay. Celebration. Shehzad, I see you getting verse with the congregation verses. I hope your aerospace overlords are forgiving of your affiliation with GoatVsFish. I know GoatVsFish is, controversial verses for big fence, that is, Let's see, let me look for these verses. For the fence of you. Let's see. This looks like lyrics. Okay, you ready for these verses? Alright, this is what happens when you sit on the fence. You don't find love. There's no one to verse with you. Alright, this one's drifting on a goat and fish. I wanted to choose a side, but I became a fence sitter. Just like Amber Heard. When you look the other way, when you get the goat and fish versing each other, you need to join in the verses. It's lonely on, it's sitting on the fence all by yourself. You need to hop off the fence and join goat and fish in their verses. No, you have to join them. Because when it's for the love of verses. And maybe when you verse with each other, you unify. When you sit on the fence, you experience financial hardships and goat versus fish dysfunction. A lot of goat versus fish dysfunction on the fence. When the towel falls down, it's not because of the verses, it's because of fence sitters. Their mystery powers make the towels fall down, at least for this goat versus fish. And when you sit on the fence, you are lonely and sad and nobody wants to hang out with you. No one wants to smoke with you, no one wants to drink with you, no one wants to procreate with you, because you are lonely and pathetic sitting on the fence. Which is why I'm gonna invite you to verse the goat and fish. Do not get into crypto or into passive income schemes. You are not impressing anyone with your rented Bugattis and timeshares. You're not fooling anybody as to how lonely you are, which is why you need to get off the fence and verse the goat and fish. And subscribe to GoatVsFish and Sanshine. Get off the fence. Tell us. Can I hire a mod to hold my towel in place when I do my verses? I'm proud to be a vessel for the goats and fish. When you verse each other, it is only the skies will part, the clouds will part, and the sun will shine through. And that's why you get off the fence. Otherwise, you miss out on all the good things that happen when you're versing with the goat and fish, because that's the dichotomies of life that present themselves in the form of goat versus fish. Stop trying to show us your mighty versus goat versus fish. I beg to differ. I think it is the mightiest of mighty versements. Even Stotts is threatened. I think that might be what Stotts doesn't like about me, is the mighty versus that resides under this towel as opposed to melanin. I like your die-hard investment defense until sub expires. SG Blunt. 5G Blunt? Ooh, you guys are having different verses over there. Ah, yes. The Blunt might be keeping you on the fence. Ooh. Okay. Well, we're getting close. We're getting very close to that time of day where we have to say goodbye to each other and conclude this iteration of goat versus fish. But before we do the final count, let me see if there are any other verses that need to be versed, because I think we've done everything in the goat versus fish itinerary. You guys can put it to a vote. Do you want You Bring Me Goat Fish, or do you want another song that you haven't heard before about verses? I can close out with Goat Fish, but Fence It is a form of naked chicken when you think about it. When you think about the verses. Alright. Let's see. Alright, I'll tell you what. I'll do a special treat for you. I'll do both verses and I'll close out with You Bring Me Goat Fish, just for you guys. Alright. Alright, guys. This is your time to take your morning and to motivate yourselves. Are you really goat or fish? Enough fishing around. It is time to end the verses using only goat and fish techniques that only masters of goat versus fish need to see. Are you really goat or fish in this lonely game you play? With love from the fence sitter. When goat verse the fish, they seem to verse each other, and they fight and they fight. When they verse, they find each other closer to unification. And when the fence sitter comes in and he ruins these mighty verses, been long, but as they verse, they take away the pain. Are you really versing with goat versus fish today? Looking for verses to say. Searching but not finding the goat and the fish to verse. And long as you have the fence sitters, you can't verse each other to take unification if you have fence sitters in the chat. You can't verse each other. fence sitter. You can't bust this. You can't bust the fence sitter. 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 When you bust the fence sitter, you lose every time. So this is why you need to choose a side. This is why you need to look up at the sky, watch the clouds part, and sense that greatness within, in the form of goat and in the form of fish. Otherwise, you will not know what to do with the rest of your day. Which is why we find ourselves in the morning motivation. Which is why I find myself versing the goats as fish. When you sit on the fence, like this pathetic fence sitter you see before you. When you sit together, you become losers. Meanwhile, the goat and fish, they are versing each other every day. As long as they attain unification. Are you really goat or fish in this lonely game they play? You can't be a fence sitter who sits and watches the verses, searching but not finding all these verses that came today. As long as we have today, goat and fish, you need to be versing. Fence sitters, choose a side. This is your last chance. Na, 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 na. Fence is not mighty. Fence is not mighty. Ah, 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 ah. And that was, Are You Really a Fence Sitter? Woo! Okay, guys, we're going to close out the tally, and I'm going to leave you with one final song. But until then, I want to thank all of you for participating in these unorthodox goat versus fish versus Gaia celebration for fish. Gaia is fish. Oh my God. Oh, my cousin has declared fish, and her husband is goat. So that puts a strain on the, on the relationship. But that's not for me and the congregation to judge. But I will tell you that we now have a final tally of the verses. Thank you so much, Ham Mods. This was a fun verses. Thank you so much for humoring these unorthodox verses. Of goat versus fish. Thank you. This is a very first time. Thank you, TML81. Thanks to all of you. We'll do a final tally over here. If you have the Sanshine emotes, spam them in the chat. Show Shazad and Gaia that I'm cooler than I seem. Crazy awesome. Oh wow, crazy awesome. First time I'm seeing you here. Oh yeah, great stream. Oh, thank you, crazy awesome. I appreciate you so much. Crazy awesome. Are you good or are you fish? Wait, hold on, Amberheard. We'll get the verses going. We have a final tally from Crazy Awesome. We'll give a few Goat versus Fish moments. Goat today, celebration for Goat. Crazy Awesome is Goat today. Well, this is quite the verses today. Wow, this is a very interesting verses. Okay, so here's what I see with my very own Goat versus Fish's own eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 fish. 12 physical fish. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And goats with 6 raiders. So that's 12 goats and 12 fish. That's a tie versus. It's tied versus. One of the verses is a tie between goat and fish. And we'll put the T for tie in between the two measly fence sitters. Oh no. But we do have a $5 American donation from I Can Fitz Amberheard for goat. So that is a win for goat in terms of verse donations. 500 bits in total. That's one verses, and that's the 500 bits over here. And we have one sub from Lysergic Freakfish. So that's one verses here. So it is a tie. It is a tied fence. Oh no. The first stream, and it's a tie without a clear victor. Oh, a sub for a goat, or a sub for a fish. Or versus American dollars for the goat, or for the fish. Or undeclared. Oh my God. Any undeclared goat and fish will have to present themselves, otherwise they will have to live in what do you call it? Unaforementioned purgatory for the next few verses unless we can squash these verses right here. Unless you unify with one another and take out the fence sitters. We can scrub the fence sitters from existence. But since Goat versus Fish is feeling generous, I will let you live in this little gated community right here, where you can protect yourselves from Bitfence.
Oh, gated community. Ooh, I like gated communities. It keeps me away from people who look like I won't go there. But I like gated communities right over here. I like to get, big fence, black fence, white fence, brown fence, all the other fences. I like to take, build some data centers over here, build a data center where the fish is, build another data center over here, and, use the water supply, drive up the electric and water bills and all that, and put like 19-year-olds who don't rent none in charge of all this AI stuff, so I can, keep making my verse American dollars in my own gated community with the fence sitters. Nah, no, you get out of here, big fence. We don't. Let's see. Since, let's see. This is a crazy verses. Oh, wow. How are you going to put the end to these verses? Because Wow Mom proposed that we unify the goat and the fish, and we take out the fence sitters. We squash them like the buds they are, and that includes stonks. You will just gift 2 for goat? You say you'll give 2 for goat, but I'll have to take your word for it unless I see a notification up there. That might squash the verses completely. But, I can fix Amber Heard. Just gifted 2 subs. So, that means we have a winner. That means fish loses the verses over here, and goat gets the sub verses and the bit verses, and the physical verses are a tie. So that leaves goat has won today's verses. Celebration for goat. Celebration for goat. Celebration for goat. Now, with that being an intense verses, I'm going to invite you to join me on my outro verses. That was my towel. I have some outro verses to share with you today, and it's not in the form of a towel reveal. I keep that, behind a paywall. And by I mean the benevolent GoatVsFish, who is only here for, to support the verses and keep the verses going between the goat and fish. So, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to leave you guys with a lovely song of the verses, dedicated to all of you as a celebration for goat. And boo for fence sitters, boo for the fence sitters, for they did not, they did not verse accordingly to plan. But that's okay, because that's what the next verses is for. Next verses is to show them the error of their ways and to get them to be either goat or fish. So, let me get my, let me assemble, do my assembly. The fence needs to be recycled, and the ultimate sacrifices have to be made in the form of GoatVsFishify. How does GoatVsFish get you guys to see some verses? Okay, you guys won't be able to see did I say Sanshine? I meant GoatVsFish. For these final, verses. The fence needs to be recycled and the materials
to build a celebration's object of admiration. I couldn't agree more. GoatVsFish couldn't agree more, but their end objective is for goat and fish to choose either goat or fish. It's not to obliterate the fence-sitters from society. We need fence-sitters to choose a side, not to be exterminated. I think GoatVsFish's neighbor heard that. Wait. Don't do this to me, Price Douglas Stephen. Are you goat or are you fish? You're about to change the verses again. Oh wait, never mind. I forgot to do my math. Even if... Alright, never mind. Okay, celebration for fish. You know, because I'm a benevolent GoatVsFish, I will put 13 for fish. And I'll put a fish over here. I'll declare one verse victory for fish, even though goats have 2 verses. You have always been catfish. My mistake, GoatVsFish says mistake, but it's okay. It's okay, catfish. It's always good to catfish for monetary purposes. Okay, now with this, I will leave you guys with a small song to showcase my appreciation for you versing with me today in the form of today's morning motivational verses. Alright. This is a GoatVsFish classic that you will join me in on. Sanshine usually sings this, but since he's not here today, it'll have to be GoatVsFish. Every morning, we need to be motivated to verse the fish. The same way the goat had to be motivated to verse the fish. And the same way the fish had to be motivated to verse the goat. And the fence-sitters had to be motivated to choose a side. Are you ready? You bring me goatfish when I found you sitting on the fence. When my verses are had, I see you smiling on me. You bring me goatfish when I found you sitting on the fence. When I lose myself in indecisive behavior, I just want to find myself and be free. You bring me goatfish. You bring me goatfish when I found you sitting on the fence. When you verse the goat, you're probably also versing the fish. You bring me goatfish when I found you versing the goat or the fish. But if you're sitting on the fence, I am disappointed in you. You need to choose a side. Are you goat or fish? Goat or fish? Goat or fish? Are you guys goat or fish? Spam goat and fish emojis. Spam sunshine emojis. a celebration. You bring me goatfish. My goatfish. My goatfish. Celebration. Celebration, celebration. For all your versements, merry versements. We pipe with fish, ham mods, weed pipe, everybody. It's a time of day. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me on today's motivational stream. And tomorrow, there should be a motivation tomorrow, but chances are that GoatVsFish may be hung over the fence and won't be able to make it for the morning motivations. And if that's the case, we'll keep you updated. I'm going to see if you guys like this. I don't know. For all we know, tomorrow might be no verses, or there might be verses, or there might be surprise verses. But if there's no verses, it's probably because GoatVsFish, was, hung over the fence. But all in all, this has been a merry verses. You guys have been a very sporty lot. A lot of verses have happened. Fish have taught GoatVsFish how to jump. So now GoatVsFish can jump thanks to pokerfish in Pokopia. And a lot of songs and merriments were had. And for you guys, all you guys, I'm going to link you to the musician vessel Sanshine Instagram, and I want to see, and I'm going to link you to GoatVsFish's socials as well. And I would like to invite all of you to come on the musician vessel Sanshine streams on the weekend, where he does similar, if not pretty much identical verses to this, minus the clothing apparel, as chosen by GoatVsFish on today's verses. So with that being said, thank you for a mighty verses. There's only goats and there's only fish, and there's GoatVsFish. There are no fence sitters. Now GoatVsFish can't make you choose a side, but GoatVsFish can implore that you choose a side. Otherwise, you will be doomed to sit on the fence with the other indecisive slobs. I will text Sanshine and tell him Goat wins, and Sanshine will, I don't know how he'll feel, but he'll get over it. Anywho, that's a celebration. And I don't know if I can do a radiation from my phone. GoatVsFish's audio may cut out if he does a radiation. But I don't know if a radiation can be done through the phone. Let's see. You know what? Let's see if anyone else is doing any streams. I was about to say GoatVsFish is on, but of course GoatVsFish is on right now on Twitch. So, it makes a lot of sense. I'll tell you what, why don't you, the topic of the day was free will. So using your own free will, why don't you watch whoever you want to watch and go about your day in a motivated fashion as a form of celebration. All right. So, bye-bye. This is the morning motivationals with GoatVsFish. Goat and fish. Goat Bye-bye. Bye-bye, congregation. Bye-bye, all of you. Peace be unto thee, for you have chosen goat or fish, and chosen your mornings with goat versus fish. So blessed be unto thee, for the goat and the fish are benevolently versing with each other. No fence sitters. Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Peace.